marriage, right? You could not marry the guy's daughter unless the father gave you approval. This is why the man had to, if somebody wanted to marry your daughter back in the days, he had to come get your blessings or your okay, and your daughter wouldn't marry unless she. That's where the whole thing elope came from. When daddy said no, but she wanted to get married, she eloped because she didn't want to listen to her father, so she eloped anyway. But the man had to ask you for your hand in marriage, which was a reason for it, because you being a man, you got to see what that man was about, because you knew if he was some bullshitter or if he was a real dude, you know what I'm saying? If God asked for it to have your daughter's hand in marriage, he got his pants sagging, he like, what's up? And he's smoking a blunt. You're gonna be like, hell no. But she's like, but daddy, I love him. And you be like, hell no. But if he comes in, he's astute, he shakes your hand, he's like, hey man, I'm working on, I'm getting my license as an electrician. My daddy's an electrician, he has his own company. You're gonna be like, okay, cool. You be like, hey, I'm gonna meet your dad. Who's your, back then, who's your pastor, right? What you do. And men had to sell it. They like, look, hey, I'm third generation electrician. My granddaddy did it, my daddy did it, now I'm doing it, and when I get my license, I'm gonna work down at the plant that my dad, you know what I mean? That's when men had to do that, and they had to prove themselves. And if he came at the age of 30, chances are he's like, hey, look, I like your daughter, I love him, she loves me. Hey, I got a business going, I make X amount of dollars, I'm educated, I'm balanced, I'm not chasing hoes. Why not give her away to that man? Instead of going through the heartbreak of she fucking another 17, 18-year-old who just want to hump and dump, you know what I'm saying? And she go through the college years of all that, because once you go to college, it's wide open. So she's going to get humped and dumped, maybe having to go through 2 abortions, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, look like we got our first troll, man.
Yeah. Let me see. So, Matios.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like we got our first troll. We don't look. Hey, like they say in Wakanda, we don't do that yet.
Yeah.
we ain't.
Then the kid.
You on the platform with 4 black men. You gonna come on here and just start talking shit like we ain't.
Right.
Come on, man. Hell out of that.
Mm-hmm. While she lick carpet. Ask her how many. You know what? Nah. How many dust bowls have been inside of you, sweetie? And do not lie. Start with 54, because we know that's where it started at. If you call black man dust balls, it means it ran through you. Now they could get on here and troll, because I troll back. Right, you're gay. Right, you're gay because after you got slaved by all these men, you had no other choice, and you only date. There we go. You only date white men. Here we go. You're gay, but you only date white men, unless you're a man.
That's confusing.
Or a wannabe man.
That's confusing right there.
Yeah, you confuse us. Why do every black chick say they gay, but then they go?
Not every black chick. Come on, man. Let's not blanket, because we don't.
All right, well, a lot of these black chicks be like, first she's gay, but she only date white men. But if you're gay, you should only be dating white women. And then why all white men are high earned, but none of them marry, not even marry you. You know what I'm saying?
Look, an African woman, she's from Eritrea.
You're Eritrea, of course. So you somebody's slave. I got you. Yo, you want to take them out, Quezzy? Because they trolling.
Yeah, I think that's
lead them out. It's probably an Asian sitting there. Don't even be a black woman. Just be an Asian with a picture.
Yeah, we don't know who all that person.
Yeah, they out of here.
Yeah. So, I think we got a lot of challenges, man. And just going back to the topic of the show, should black women leave black men?
Yes.
And we can go round and round. I guess everybody's got an opinion on it. But at the end of the day, man, I think if they, first of all, I don't think any of us have options. Again, in small percentages, we have options to opt out. But for the most part, when you talk about the larger collective, that conversation becomes dangerous, because now you're giving aspirations to people who those options don't really exist for. Those options only exist for a small percentage of people.
I don't think so. I think we weigh it on black women.
You're a numbers guy.
Well, here's the numbers, right? We assume, first of all, for women, it's usually based on hypergamy, right? The reason why the numbers are small because they want the top earners, and there's only 50%, 15% of men that across the board or general are high earners. So for a woman, a black woman that dates out of her race, the first thing she wants is a white man that makes a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? At least that's what she's gonna say what she wants. That's what she's gonna look for. So her options are limited because you know what I'm saying? It's 100 million of her, but it's only 10 million of those men. So she has a small part. She has a small chance. If she wants to date a white man, she can't look at the high earners. She's going to have to look at the average earners, and that'll widen her pool. But that's not who she wants. When other women of races want black men don't have to be the high earner. You know what I'm saying? A girl from Mexico who don't have nothing will appreciate a dude that has a good job at sanitation because she's not looking for that. For her, that's her hypergamy.
But you do understand, though. Come on now. Tell me you understand cultures around the world. You have to understand that in Mexico, your value as a black man is in the toilet. You better be.
But you're not in Mexico. You're in the United States,
right? But she still has family that she's got to justify your existence to.
But it doesn't matter. She'll come around.
And I don't really think that's true either, because the way these Mexican dudes be offering me keys for $13,500 when I know they 40, I don't know if that's true.
Yeah. I think
have y'all been around the world, man? Have y'all traveled around the world?
Nah, I mean, here's the thing. You take just like you'll hear one person say this. You know what I'm saying? Right. And here's the crazy part. The only thing that they don't want is a broke nigga. They don't care of your race if you are suitable. You know what I'm saying?
Let's say average. Let's just say
meaning a white racist man who don't want her daughter dating a black guy would easily give away his daughter if he had the wicked jump shot and was in the NBA and a starter on any team.
That's not okay. Let's not even go that far because y'all getting real Kevin Samuels. Check this out.
Yeah, let's keep it average.
Keep it average. I got a cousin that all through high school she dated every dude that was a baller, every nigga that had money, every dude that owned a car lot or had his own clothing store, whatever. When she decided to get a white boy, she found a broke dude in college that was eating noodles, talking about I'm gonna beat somebody when I grow up. There is no correlation between income because if income is your only value, people fall off every day and come right back up 3 years later. So that can't be it. You know what I'm saying? The truth of the matter is that if people find value in something outside of, then let them be outside of. You know what I'm saying? That it's no issue. I truly believe. Here's my thing. I believe that women should divest just so they can realize that they really can't divest. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Now you talking what I'm talking. They
can't divest, but they all believe they can. Most of these chicks is overweight. Most of these chicks have horrible attitudes. 70% of all the people that went to public school read at a 4th grade level, which is why if you read past the 6th grade level, they say you acting white. But white people can't read past the 4th grade level. However,
that's mostly us, ain't it? Men. That's mostly the boys that mistreat each other, right? For that shit.
No, because
I mean,
no. See, because I'm not gonna let you put everything on men because we're talking today. If a boy is a nerd in high school, will the jocks tease him? Maybe, but the girls won't fuck him. That's what's more important. She fucking a 26-year-old nigga in a box Chevy. A 16-year-old girl is not gonna date the 16-year-old debate champ. She's just not. She's gonna go for the 16-year-old football player because the social currency is there. Women's hypergamy isn't necessarily based on money. It's based on social currency. That's why they take 247 selfies a day to try to get some likes to get some type of validation.
Yep.
Women don't even care about money. They don't even need money. They just tell you to go get money so they can get stuff because they empty on the insides and they need to buy shit to feel better. Women don't need no fucking money.
They'll date an ugly guy for money because he can give a shit in compensation. It's like you said, social currency. Oh, and don't forget the box Chevy with the BBS rims, bro. Like, forgot the BBS rims.
Y'all real stereotypical.
First of all, that's some New York shit.
80s and 90s, you can't talk about the whip without BBS rims.
No, that's some New York shit. We in Chicago, bro. It was.
Oh yeah, Chicago. Okay, so New York, we do BBS with Saabs.
No, we had the hammers and the blades on our Chevy.
Oh, you had the hammers. Okay,
we had hammers or blades. That's what we You know what I'm saying?
Y'all worse
talking.
Hey, y'all worse than y'all worse than 1800s blackface TV, man.
Hey, no, look. Here's the thing. You have your hunting equipment. The Chevy is part of your hunting equipment. If all the girls is fucking niggas in box Chevys, you better get you a box Chevy because you're hunting. There's a lot of men who can afford to that will buy a Lamborghini or a Ferrari or a Corvette, pull out on the weekends because that's his hunting equipment. But the rest of the week he's driving a Ford F-150. He don't care about the car. He pull out the car when he feel like hunting. You know what I'm saying? You gotta hunt how you hunt.
All right, let me ask you this: what level of responsibility do we hold as men for developing the type of women that we would like to see? Do we hold any responsibility for that, or is that on the women to develop themselves?
The only way we can do that is with daughters. We can only raise daughters to be a type of woman.
Wait, it's not even.
The question still stands.
Okay, so
the question is what it is, right?
Okay, yes.
Men developing.
Okay. Yeah. Well, first of all, everything's men's fault. So if everything's men's fault, everything's men's fix. I'll say that men have whole responsibility. If that's the case, then women should never talk, ever.
Yep.
Now, if they want to have a voice, then you grown. Grown people do what they want. But if you're my responsibility, don't talk. There's nothing you have to say that I give a fuck about. With clothes on? Never. But they want to talk. They want to have a voice. They want to get some bullshit degree and goddamn it, farm studies, but they live in the city and then be like, I got a degree. I don't give a shit about what they say with clothes on because everything's my fault. So everything's my fix. So sit down and stay in the toddler's place. But they're not going to do that because they're grown and they think that that's misogyny. They think that at some point, because even though they call themselves a commerce and say you got to have money to afford me, they call themselves a product for consumption. If I treat you like that, then all of a sudden I'm bad. They give themselves the most childish criteria for a man. He needs to feed me, clothe me, shelter me, provide for me, protect me. That's what you do for your daughter. So you are my toddler. So if you my toddler and daddy say sit down, sit your motherfucking ass down. But you don't want to do that because you grown, so you on your own. So do men have a social responsibility? Yes. But they have a social responsibility to each other. So then when you see me check my toddler, you don't jump in and make me air your ass out because you're coming in between me and me training my toddler. So all of us have to be on the same accord like, yo, Oak train this toddler. And get a man and know that man. That's how the community is built because we all train people in such a way. The boomers fucked it up with all these college plans since you don't need a man. The boomers are horrible human beings. Horrible. That's why they didn't want their daughters to marry men like them because they were horrible. Yeah. 4 kids by 8 women in different states, ducking the war to go to college and knocking up bitches in school, coming back, goddamn it. Horrible. Sucking dick, then goddamn it, putting on the suit, calling androgynous. Horrible human beings. Boomers were horrible. And that's what women say when they say they want a traditional man, they thinking boomers. Boomers are not traditional men. Boomers are the worst of the worst. I always say baby boomers are just white men with phalluses. I mean white women with phalluses. That's all boomers are. They have a social value of egalitarianism. I'm a man, she's a woman. We can both do the same thing. But as a man, I need to take care of everything, even though she has a voice too. Happy wife, happy life. I've known my father's wife my whole life. I've known my mom my whole life. I have known my brother-in-law's wife my whole life because I've known my sister my whole life. I have known a lot of... I've never seen a happy wife. Never.
You've never seen a happy wife, you said?
I've never seen... I've seen... Because nobody's happy. No woman is happy more than an hour because they're all emotions. Whatever the fuck she thinking, you ain't got to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Yesterday's prices ain't today's prices. If yesterday she was cool with you sitting on the couch playing PlayStation, today she unplugging the PlayStation like I feel like talking. Yesterday's prices ain't today's prices. I've never seen her. Her job is to make me happy. One has got to be happy. When a woman is happy, the man and the children are miserable. When a man is happy, then everybody's happy. When her joy comes in making him happy, the kids are flourishing in school. Goddamn it, it's more money because you got less stress and more will to go out here and move a mountain.
I can't disagree with that right there.
But
yeah.
But I don't believe
what he said. He said if her joy is making you happy, then everybody else is happy. And that's one thing you talk about, right? Your wife's joy is making you happy. So therefore you good, she's good, and the kids are good. But if her
So,
happiness,
oh, you saying, happy wife is not happy life? Hell no,
It's
cause
happy husband, huh?
happy husband all the time.
yeah, I mean, you glorify your wife, as you should, and every time you glorify her, it's her want to make you happy. She do all these right, and so a lot of women's happiness is for themselves. You know what I'm saying? I want these shoes, right? And I don't care what has to happen. I don't care if you have to dip in a kid's college plan. I don't care if you gotta work extra hours so I can get these Louboutins, red bottoms, because I want these shoes. It's right? But if and I'm not gonna be happy because I don't get them. So now I ain't making dinner. I ain't giving you no sex. The kids get on my nerves. Go in your room. You know what I'm saying? You're damn to this, da da da, and the whole house is miserable for her happiness. You know what I'm saying? And then she get those shoes. You done took money at their college plan. You done work them hours. You frustrated. You know what I'm saying? And she want to go out with them shoes, so she still ain't gonna cook. You know what I'm saying? But if her happiness is engaged in you, and she like, man, I can't wait till my husband come home. I cook the food. The kids are bathed. They're chilling. We were playing board games, and we were laughing. Wait for daddy to come home. Daddy walk in. You know what I'm saying? Children and everybody. Daddy's home. Daddy's home. She make your plate,
You
and
know
you
what's
got
really
a
crazy?
big fucking piece of
Paul,
chicken.
hold on, cause I got this streaming on 2 yards.
All right.
It's somebody on my other stream talking about they've never seen a person say that black men were good fathers and husbands. But the crazy thing is, as I'm reading that, Gorilla P said the realest shit. I've never seen a child not be happy when dad walk in the door.
Mm-hmm.
Kids excited as fuck for that. I know girls that's mad at their baby daddy because, like, I feed this boy, I put the clothes on him. Daddy come, all he do is bring fireworks on the 4th of July. They be like, Daddy got fireworks. Dad is awesome. So,
and they call us fun. I had to go to.
Look.
Oh, you're the fun parent. No, I'm the parent he loves the most, or she loves the most. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask Black. I've listened to you two explain your idea of the interaction between a husband and a wife, a man and a woman. I want to hear from a married man. Has that been your experience, Black?
Black, you've been solid. What's up, brother? We need you talking.
Hey, y'all been having the flow. I was just letting y'all have it. I've been over there sipping on my drink, playing these little sound effects as y'all go, reading these comments, highlighting comments.
It's two things that I heard. I heard that a woman is never happy, and I'd like you to address that. And I also heard that as long as her duty is to serve you and make you happy, then by default that makes her happy. So just kind of touch on, and then whatever else you might have heard.
The first part, what he said was when women are happy, the house is not.
Okay, look. From my experience, if the woman ain't happy in the house, goddamn, it's chaos in that motherfucker. So look. I'm gonna put it like this: what makes me happy is when my wife is happy. You see what I'm saying? And when she's happy, it's peace in the house. You know what I'm saying? So that's from my experience. So I don't know. I'm not saying everybody has they reality that they experience.
How long you been married?
What makes her happy?
What makes her happy?
Yeah.
A roof over her head, being provided for. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Me growing as a man. You know what I'm saying? Because me growing as a man.
Bringing your plate. Because remember the other day she brought you that plate. Like put it like this.
I mean, man, when a woman got security, man, she's a flower. You know what I'm saying? So just from my experience, I'm saying from my subjective experience, when a woman when she got security, she's a flower. When she ain't got security, hey, it's hell on earth.
So you saying that when a man provides security and all those things that you just said that you provide for your woman, when a man provides that for a woman, then she maintains the ability to remain soft. Is that what you're saying?
From my experience.
Okay. So then if that's true on the on the micro, then it's probably true on the macro. Yes or no?
You asking him or us?
I'm asking Black for his opinion, and then y'all can chime in. What I'm asking is, do you think that that's true on a macro level as well?
No, it's not. It's
I'm asking Black first.
Okay. I was confused.
Yeah, I'm just kind of trying to expand on
All
what he
right,
was.
right. I wasn't sure. That sounds like the way you said it. I thought it
Well,
was.
Yeah.
well, you know me. I'm a scientific brother, so there would be need a control group experiment for me to say that that's a objective fact. You see what I'm saying?
Ain't no
But
fact.
my opinion, you know, my suspicion is if we had more men that's able to provide security to their wife, then they will see a flower. Just from my experience and from other men in my family that has able to take care of a woman experience. You see what I'm saying? So what I have seen is the most chaos I've seen is coming from women that's gotta work, stressed out, you know what I'm saying? Uh and
Unprotected.
unprotected, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things, but when she has safety, when she has security, it boils down to that. When she has it, she's a flower. That's just from my experience.
Can I
You know what I'm
expound on
saying?
that?
Yes, sir. Please do.
Oh, let's just say that plays out as he says. Okay, fair enough. Let's just run with that. Why are women not choosing security? Why not choosing men? Why are they going out trying to do it on their own?
Culture.
You know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, who breeded that culture? Because really, you really can't say culture.
That's when I blame our species
Yeah.
because I blame our species on that because
What do you say? What do you mean when you say your species? Expand, clarify that.
males.
Okay.
Yeah, I put that on us. I think we changed the shit to where allow them to go out there and compete in the marketplace where we supposed to be competing in. You see what I'm saying? So I think we fucked that up. We gave in to that shit.
Yep.
Who had the power? Who had the power?
Well, here's the thing. I don't think. First of all, we generally don't compete in the same market. So that's in a
What I
sense.
mean the market, what I mean market is I'm talking about income. You know what I'm saying? To where these days, I mean, let me ask you this. Back in the days, wasn't men working and women weren't allowed to work?
Well, here's the thing. Even if women were allowed to work, would they want to work? Because we were in the industrial age. How many women you think
Now
will go
you're doing a
into?
hypothetical. You
No,
posing
I'm not doing a hypothetical. I'm doing facts. We was in the industrial revolution.
No, you asked the question. No, he gave you a real time scenario with what actually happened, and then you responded with a hypothetical. Would they want to work? He said they weren't working, and then you said, well, would they want to work? That's
Well,
not what the
the
scenario
reason
is.
why the reason why they couldn't work is who would hire a woman to do man's labor. You talking about moving steel, the steel industry, the
Still not
gasoline
responding to the
industry,
question.
and regardless, it's a hard level of labor. You know
You
what
see
I'm
what you're
saying?
doing, right? You see
And I
what you're
would
doing.
no, I'm saying when not allowed to work, it was they weren't hiring women for what?
That's
Why
fine.
we were no
We're not
hiring
arguing with
women, right?
why. We're not arguing with why. That's not what he. That's not what.
And that's a lie because black women were working. They were washing white people's sheets and clothes. So
Yes,
we can't even say black women were affected by that. The
they were
reason why
affected, but yeah.
no, they weren't. They were working. They were maids. They were
Okay,
nannies. They were breast milk. They were cleaning clothes. So they were working still.
there it
Black
is. Right.
women were still has always been working.
You see that comment right there, Akachi? We lost. To the victor go the spoils. When you
But
lose, you lose.
let me. But here's the
Women are
thing.
enslaved, raped,
We
and
said when women weren't working, we assumed that it was all women. Black women were still working. They were still working for white people, so nothing
yes.
changed for them.
Poor
But
white
when you
women were working too. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Y'all convoluting the issues. What black women worked even when black men couldn't. Black men were last hired, first fired. White women were working. Jewish women were prostituting. The difference is middle class white women wanted to work. That's it. And middle class white women wanted to do all the things her husband did. And when she decided she wanted to, everybody else rode with her. Black women always worked. Matter of fact, black women have more wealth coming out of slavery, between 20 years out of slavery, that they started black feminism. But they called it the Black Women's Club. That white women took their blueprint and made it feminism. There is no time in which a black woman wanted anything and didn't get it, independent of their men. You know what I'm saying? That is not the issue. The issue is, while they're doing that, that doesn't necessarily make them the top slot mate. There's a reason that when people think about Big Mama, they think about her as a disciplinarian. Them bitches been nuts. Where men have to do is, men have to establish what it is that they want for themselves in this climate. It used to be granddad collect, grandma do all this bullshit, and everybody said we going to grandma's house even though he spent 30 years paying for it because he didn't give a shit. Now these chicks is absolutely out their goddamn minds, and they think that everything in the world should catch out to them, and they're taking globalism, which they call socialism, to a whole different height because they think the entire world owes them something. And in the midst of that, they're throwing their own men under the bus and then saying their men not good, their men aren't enough. But if you got enough, then give me that, and then you still not enough. That is a modern thing. That's a 20-year modern thing. That's not even a 1990s modern thing. That is a since 2005, 2010 modern thing. But it's just elevating so quick.
Well, here's the thing too. If you even look at stats, right, about 60 to 65% of black men are middle class, between middle class to upper class, right? Which means they can afford to provide at different levels, right? And then you have the other percentage as elite. Only 20% of men are in poverty. Black men are in poverty. So when we sit here and say black men can't provide or provide shelter and all that, the only thing black, right? You said they're less protected. They're less protected because they're less married. Only a married woman could be protected by a black man.
You're conflating what was discussed, brother. That's not.
I'm not conflating anything. You said it. You said specifically least protected, least provided for. Black said that when black women were provided for, that they are a flower. But
I said women.
Women in general.
I'm saying, you know,
I include all women, but if it includes all women, I'm just pulling the black women out.
Yeah, okay.
Specifically on black women, right? And you got a black woman, and Vaughn got a black woman, and you say they both flowers because you provide for them. Well, any man that is middle class generally can provide for his wife. You know what I'm saying? It all depends on the terms and what she want to be provided for. It really is the level of luxury is the question. If I'm making $50,000 a year, I'm considered middle class. And at $50,000, I can get me a small house that costs me $80,000, and my mortgage is only $300-400. I can get me 2 Kia Sports. You know what I'm saying? Pay $200 a month. You know, I could afford those things, and I can live not even a meager life, but I can live a sustainable life. You know what I'm saying? With a wife at $50,000 a year and work, and she doesn't have to work. She could stay home. I don't have to pay daycare costs if she's home, right? I could buy food, and I'll get more out of the food that I bought than if I went and bought breakfast at $10 in the morning, lunch at $15, and dinner at $15. It's $50 a day. I can go buy a pack of chicken and some rice that'll last me 3 days. You know what I'm saying? Or and that's just me eating. That's not feeding the family. It costs me $50 a day if I just want breakfast, lunch, and dinner on the outside. But if she cook my breakfast and pack me lunch and I come home to dinner, she's not only saving me the personal $50 a day, she's saving me another $50 because she and the kids got to eat all day. But if she's home cooking, you know what I'm saying? That $100 a day I'm spending to eat out, and she's that $100 I'm spending a day for both of us to eat out, she's saving me because it probably only costs her maybe $30. You know what I'm saying? To make all of that so that the kids eat, she eat, and I eat at least 3 meals a day. So can I sustain? Yeah. But if I'm only making $50,000 and she wants Gucci bags and she want to pop up on these crazy ass trips and live this lavish lifestyle, then I can't afford her. And most times when black women say they can't be provided for is because they want men that's making 6 figures. And you see it all the time in manosphere. I want a high value man, which is immediately she really talking about I want to make $120,000 so I could so I can live this lifestyle. I can live in this neighborhood. I can do this. I can do that. I want to. I don't. She doesn't want to be sustained. She wants to be. She wants to live a luxury life, and so therefore she don't think black men could do it because, like you said, the first thing these black women do is, well, I'll get a white man who's a high earner, not knowing that all white men earn highly. White men are just as almost in the same parameters as black guys because they're the ones who work HVAC and plumbing and chicken farms. You know what I'm saying? But they'll assume that's it. So
there was a comment above Akachi. He said the black man has to rise again, and until we can compete, until we can cooperate and take the top, our women are going to be looking at us as losers.
Who's our women?
Right.
He's talking in general black women. We know what that is.
They're not our women. They belong to everybody.
You can't say they score the war and say they are women. That's a contradictory statement.
I just want to rock for a second. I sat here and listened for about 5 minutes.
Go ahead.
Right? Okay. I'm saying this. We know what everybody.
He's talking about the women is genetically, phenotypically related to you by genetics.
We don't have to. We know exactly what it is.
But if they were our women, they would be with us whether we have money or not. If their only thing is we're only good if we got money, and how are they ours? That's
can I get this? Go ahead. What I'm saying is everybody know what the hell we mean when we say black folk. Generally speaking, we talking about black Americans, black-born American descendants of slaves, whatever the hell you want to say. We know what we mean, right? And we don't have to do the semantics and crayons.
Aus tribe of Shabazz.
Yeah, we know what the hell we're talking about. So when he says the black man, he's talking about the black American descendant of slaves or FBA Foundation, et cetera, right? So his comment here saying the black man has to rise again, and until we can cooperate and take the top, our women are going to be looking at us as losers, right? So I'm reading that comment on purpose because I remember Oak said a question like, basically to the victor go the spoils, right? When black men win, or when men in general win, the women naturally gravitate towards you, right? As it stands right now, you can disagree with that, I guess, if you want, but women like winners. I mean, that shit is.
I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that. Not only do they like winners, they'll fuck the logo, whatever your logo is.
All right, my man. So let's rock. So if you're going to tell me that women are naturally beholden to winners, then that means if you win, you ain't got the problems that people that's losing have.
I grant you that. My thing is his comment tells me he's probably one of the losers. Because that's why I'm like, what? Because it's not
right. What black man is not winning, and what do you say? Right.
Here's my. This is what. No, let me say this. This is what
conquer America.
This is what. No, whatever. This is what.
No. I'm saying
it don't matter. It don't matter what he's talking about. Look, this is what losers think. Losers think that
we're just talking about winning in our own respective areas.
Right. No, this is. No. He's not. He's talking about black men as a general. If you're telling me these are women, then you talk about all Tony men. So what motherfuckers think is that the tide lifts all ships. So they think that if Jay-Z make it and Robert Smith make it and this man make it and that man make it, then it lifts all ships. But that's not true. When the way that y'all don't date tribally. Y'all don't hunt in packs. Y'all don't wear matching t-shirts with your friends. There's nothing about y'all proprietarily that said y'all want anything socially, economically, or culturally. So if you're not
talking about us as men,
I'm talking about people who say that. So if you haven't done anything culturally or socially or economically or shit, y'all on the same basketball team in high school, whatever the case may be, then you're always going to talk about the man, this invisible man. That man, most of America is broke. You drove through America, most of this motherfucker country is shit. White people living in shacks. Ain't nobody got no fucking.
You had the highest poverty rate.
Ain't nobody got no real fucking money. Man, when I listen to these married white women, they work a job, their husband work a job, and they still work on like a farm. She's talking about, well, after I leave here, I got to get my pigs. I can't get these Keishas to go clean a fucking pig. They can't even cook a pig. But my point is that there is no huge, it's all a psychological mindfuck. There is no huge difference between anybody in America. The only difference is that when Chinese people join together, they make Chinatown. Greek people make Greek town. Italians make Little Italy. Mexicans make Little Mexico. When y'all have y'all shit, y'all make the ghetto because y'all double park next to parking spots and litter in your neighbor's yard. That's a y'all problem. That's not a rise all boats problem. Do fucking better.
Back on that. Can I push back on that a little bit? The difference is they are building those towns, like you said, Little Italy, Greek town, Chinatown, etc. The ghetto was built for you. You didn't build that.
That's not true. That's not true.
No, you built the ghetto because those projects were for white immigrants when they first came.
Those projects were Jews. Y'all made them ghetto. Yeah. When you talk about the South Side of Chicago having all these murders, all the murders on the South Side of Chicago were integrated neighborhoods in the 1970s, based on white flight. So these were whole neighborhoods that you had to have married couples to be in. Then it was like, you know what? Fuck my husband, hold my beer. We're finna move all the men out that ever told me no. I'm gonna raise these kids myself, and I'm gonna smoke coke and make my motherfucking kid. They didn't have no Biden pipe yet. They had the Biden pipe 30 years in advance and say, man, we're gonna let our kids raise themselves. Every opportunity that people have gotten a chance to grow, they haven't, and that is an individual person problem.
Yep.
Yeah, it is.
Well, that's a cultural problem, but that's an individual culture problem.
Yeah, it is. I agree. It is an individual problem, but it's an individual problem that is in these individual problems are an extension of a culture that does not serve them. Right? Our culture Our culture is go to church, get a pastor all your money, and the church does not reciprocate. Right? Our culture is partying and bullshitting. Right? We masters of that, but our culture is not building. Right? So when you go into, let's say you go to Chinatown. And even in our communities, right, where Chinese or Koreans have their shops, where our women go and get their hair, buy all their hair and all their makeup and all the stuff that they want, where they go to get their nails done, you have men of those cultures who have established businesses and their women work in those businesses, right? They are providing they're providing a culture for those women and those families to thrive in. And that's largely what we're missing. What we have not established yet is a culture of manhood, masculinity, where we've built an area that serves our people. If you want to just talk about our demographic, just black people, tawny men, whatever you want to call us, we have not established that. And so our women, black women, tawny women, foundational black American women are more dependent on non-black people, particularly non-black men, than any other demographic of women, right? White women depend more on white men than they depend on anybody else. Hold on, let me rock. Asian women, whichever demographic you want to go to, whether you're talking Indian, Chinese, Japanese, Asian women depend more on Asian men than they depend on anybody that's not Asian, right? Every other demographic of women depend more on their own men for sustenance, basic sustainability, than non-black women have been able to do, right? And so when you talk about how quote unquote hard these women are and how uncooperative and untenable and all these other whatever adjective you want to put on them, there has to be, what is there in place, right, for them to, what culture is in place for them to remain these protected flowers or soft women that you want to see. Right?
Okay, wait. I got this one. Let me tag me. Okay, look, first of all, there's an old phrase. Men put you on, girls get you on. So men put you on, girls get you on. That means, man, your girl might give you the money to get that pound of weed, but your man say, if you give one, I'll front you three so you can be straight. Men get you on, girls put you on. Here's the thing. When girls have an opportunity to put their men on, they don't. If you see a black woman in human resources, guess who she not going to hire? The straight black man. No, it don't matter. She there. Look, for the Jews were broke as niggas. In the 1930s, the Jews was broke as niggas. Everybody was prostituting their girls. You know what I'm saying? The Jewish girls was bringing that bread back. Now I'm telling you. That's why there's a Jew in every mob movie. The Italians was broke. Everybody was fucking broke. Everybody was broke. Everybody had their break right then. Let's get it. While everybody else said, man, we finna get it how we live. White girls was like, let's move next to the black guy. The black girls like, let's move next to the white guy and get our crosses burned in front of our crib. But that's not even the point. The point is this. In every opportunity that you're talking about, it's threefold. Number one, the fact that there's an Arab in every black neighborhood is black people's problem. because that means that your black elected official that had to live in your community turned down every black man in your community to give it to an Arab. So they are already traitors. So all the boomers was traitors anyway because nobody hates young black men more than old black men. Then you turn around from that and you say, okay, so my girl works at such and such and I work at such and such. Now, I just gave the analogy that the husband and wife, when they white, are working in order to be 110. You know what I'm saying? Both of them making 55 and then they go back and they got a farm in the back. So everybody's working. Everybody's working. The fact that these chicks, listen to what you're saying, all these chicks want to be pampered. They broke as fuck selling food stamps to get their nails done, hair done, feet done. Those are luxuries. I cut my own nails. I don't be like, yo, $17, yo.
You ain't a woman.
I don't have to be a woman to know how to use soap and water and a pair of clippers. These bitches don't want to do shit. The reason that they can't feed themselves, but they always want to feed. Man, I had a girl invite me over for dinner. This bitch gave me some microwave fish sticks, yo. I was heated. I couldn't even eat that shit. I fell asleep on that couch. I was so frustrated. I just took a nap. God damn it. She's like, you don't want the pussy? Shawty, leave me alone. Look.
Women are not built. Hold on. Can I say this? Except we can't win. But what do we have to win? Here's the shit. This is what I want to ask. We're quick to say black men have to rise. Black men have to win a war. What war do we have to win here in America?
We're losing, bro. We're losing.
Hold on, but what are we losing? Can you
I'll tell you what we're losing. I'll tell you right now in real short order what we're losing.
Without women, without mentioning women.
Without mentioning women.
What are we losing?
It's a man-to-man comparison. When you rank black men, and I hate even having this discussion, especially publicly, because I'm not shitting on black men, but we're gonna talk apples to apples, right? Our comparison is not how well black men are doing in comparison to black women. Our comparison is how are black men lining up when compared to other men, right? So hold on, let me rock. So when we talk about how black men are doing in comparison to other men, then you have to look at the categories in which we'll be measured. There are 9 areas of human interaction or people activity, if you want to call it that. Economics, we are, if we're not at the bottom, we're near the bottom. In every statistical.
No, actually we're not.
Let me finish.
No. Let me clear. Economically,
let me rock. Economics, we are among the lowest earners. If we are among the lowest earners in the country. Economics, education, entertainment, labor, law, politics, religion, sex, and war. Right, and in each of those areas, we are at or near the bottom. So when he talks about winning,
can you repeat it so when I address it, I could attack it because I can't remember it.
Economics, education, entertainment, labor, law, politics, religion, sex. You can talk about sexual behaviors, sexual practices, and war, right? And war, when we say war, we're just talking. Let's just put it in layman's terms. We talk about war. How ready are we to defend what we build? Let's just put it there, right? So when you look at each of those statistical categories, we are either at or near the bottom in each one of those. As a matter of fact, I'll flip it and I ask you, name the one that we are at or near the top. And you can't.
Probably sex. Religion.
Come on, man. Sex practices are trash. We're making more babies out of wedlock than any other group.
But sex has nothing to do with wedlock. Sex is sex. Like we are the main known. We are considered the fucking sex. Are you listening to yourself? Black men are considered the sex gods.
No, wait. Here's the thing. The black culture.
All right. We give you one sex. Name the other.
Hold on. Can I finish? Can I answer it? Now, if you say marriage, different, but you're saying sex. So if marriage is not required for sex, we are considered the most. No, come on, we the mandingos.
I don't care about sex. Wait, I don't care about
Let me put that in the package for you. Let me put that in the package for you. Sex, the purpose of sex is to produce, right?
And so we produce like a motherfucker, don't we bust the most nuts?
Man, let me get this out. I'm not talking about how good it feels when we having sex. The hell with that. Anybody can feel good having sex. I'm talking about what is the outcome of your sexual practices.
Abortion.
Having children.
Abortion. Check this out. Listen.
Come on, man.
Let Peter roll. Ask me a question. I want to answer it. So when you say sex, right? You're talking about production, right? There's a 50%. Hold on. There's a 50% decline in the births of white people. And
say it again.
the birth rate of white folks, 50% decline.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Black folks, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, the men are doing their thing in sex because black women have the highest rate of abortion rates. So if you count the babies they don't kill, and the fact that we have the highest rate of single motherhood, niggas is fucking. So you can't tell me hold on.
You're killing me, Petey. You're killing me, Petey.
Now let me say the other one, fucking religion. You just said it. We gave all our money to the church. We are the most religious folks. This is why we turn the other cheek when motherfuckers hit us. Okay. So we the highest on religion. That's 2. The next one is entertainment. Nigga, we are the minstrel class. We create the fucking entertainment. We just don't capitalize like everybody else. But shit, we are the entertainment class. We are the minstrel class. So anything, our entertainment, we just don't capitalize. We created jazz, hip hop, bebop, rock, you name it. So we are the top. When you look for performance, you look for us.
You're not answering the questions that I put in front of you. What I'm talking about.
I could be the top crack smoker. Is that winning?
I agree. We're not the most.
Context
we're not
matters.
The most ready for war.
Context matters.
Politics. We're fucked up in politics.
Context matters. So what I'm saying is, when I talk about sex, I'm not talking about the perceived prowess. I'm not talking about how good it feels. What I'm talking about is, what is the outcome of your sexual practices and your sexual behaviors? That's how you're measured.
When you say outcome, what is the outcome you're looking for?
Okay, so when we have sex versus when other groups have sex, what is the occurrence of those sexual encounters? And what I'm saying is,
what is the occurrence? Like you're running circles. What is occurrence? What is the product of sex to justify it? Huh?
Babies.
So we're not making the most babies.
No, it's not about who's making the most babies, bro. It's not quantity, it's quality.
All right. So we're not making so our babies are coming out defective.
Jesus Christ, man. Our babies are coming out the least productive.
Okay, check this out. Least productive.
But babies don't come out productive. Adults become as productive.
Right.
He ain't talking about the babies, man. He talking about what it's gonna be. Man, when I lay the foundation of a house, that's not the end all. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna put windows in, you're gonna put a roof on. We talking about the generations that come from the
all right, so can I put these stats out there?
No, before you do that. Because honestly, bro, you're making the wrong argument. Look.
I'm making the wrong argument?
No, Pete. Look, men build, women redecorate, right? So none of that shit really matters. The thing is that, but black men don't want to build. They want to rebuild. I can't stand that shit. Anyway, so here's the thing. The education system, look.
Because they're raised by single mothers.
Yeah, and single mothers. Wait, stop. Look.
Don't blame women for every goddamn thing, man. Stop blaming women for every goddamn thing.
Here's the thing. The reason that I said that I was going to go to a small place and set up a boarding school, it's not because I really into education like that. It's because I want to get these boys away from their mothers, because their mothers is horrible, and the bitches that teach them in schools are horrible. I've gone to war with Karen Lewis, from the president of the Chicago Public School System, with Latasha Thomas, the president of the student board of directors. I've gone in and I'm like, yo, y'all failing our boys. The system not working. Maybe I have to slide in and help with curriculum. The only thing they say is, what about the girls? They don't give a shit about the boys. To the point I'm like, yo, I need to go grab the boys.
Mention Obama.
You know what I'm saying? So the whole thing is, yes, they're failing, but who's failing? It's the motherfuckers that look like them. I'm telling you, everything that you're saying when it comes to, except for war, niggas ain't equipped for war. But everything has to be broken down and restructured from the top as not a black thing, as a man thing. If men create the culture and men build a culture, then men need to abandon it and let them divest. So let women go. Until men get their shit right, women go, we still gonna fuck y'all though, because y'all don't know how to keep your legs closed. I'm still gonna give you these 2 tacos, but go and get a white guy, and I hope not to get you pregnant so you don't bring home a beige baby. And he be like, yo, this ain't me, yo. Look, it's no problem. I totally agree with the fact that I have a real issue with the aldermen giving contracts to 4 Arabs and decline 5 black people and try to make the excuse why declined the 5 black people that live 2 blocks away from them, from the location that was zoned, but gave it to Arabs that live in the suburbs. They got to travel to the city. I have a problem with that. I have a problem with the fact that kids can't read and they just keeping the boys in school long enough to kick them out at 16.
Politics and education that you just named. Go ahead, that's 2.
But All these are liberal bitch shits. I'm telling you.
I'm with you.
Liberal chicks and boomers. That's all it is. Toddlers and boomers. I'm saying
they're not supposed to be. They're not supposed to be the forefront of that fight, though, bro. The men are.
Boomers. Some of these boomers is men too. Toddlers and boomers. But the boomers empowered the toddlers because they hate men. I'm telling you, these old men hate young men. I have seen the things that they have done to young men. You know what I'm saying? They have crippled young men in all types of ways. So you're looking at a whole system that takes Jew money to keep their own people there. I could say the same thing about the churches. Every church, every black organization is run by a pastor. Look it up. NAACP, Urban League, Operation Push, all down with the pastors. And the reason that they all down with the pastors is to get federal money. You got to have a location in 26 states.
That's number 3. That's religion.
So now, but the religion. So not only does the religion affect religion, it also affects politics and education because they give all the funding to the religious organizations, and the money come up missing. I ain't seen that $200 million. $200 million Obama gave for the neighborhood reintegration plan or some shit, rebuild plan, whatever, when he was supposed to be giving people $100 houses because of the crisis. Urban League stole that $200 million. When Bill Clinton came to Chicago, was like, yo, this neighborhood fucked up, I'm gonna give you $20 million. They gave it to the churches. Not a motherfucking stop sign. So what they want to keep you doing is they want to keep you begging, because coloreds need to be victims. They need to be victims. To the point that they won't date a nigga unless they're allowed to be a victim. Ain't nobody be like, yo, check this out. This is what we gonna do. I need you to follow instructions. You go over here, go over there. They be like, who the fuck is this nigga? You ain't the boss of me.
I don't know about needing to be victims, but bottom line is we got our ass.
But here, okay, we keep saying we got
whether we needed to.
Everybody got their ass kicked.
I ain't talking about everybody. I'm talking about us. Because we
right.
Hold on, since we gonna sit here and we gonna say black women ain't whatever, black women ain't measuring up, then you got to look at black men too. Then, and so how are black men showing?
But how do we get our ass kicked though?
Hold on. Yeah, you got your ass kicked. That's why you dead last in every.
No. We got fucking traded on. Our black woman's over there giving white men information. Fucking.
I'll give you that.
Right, and so that's why we could have probably warned a motherfucker if she was.
Whatever the method is, you call it whatever you want to call it. The result.
Then you say it's our women after they traded on us. So basically, they went and
blame who you want to blame. I'm saying the result. You blame who you want to blame.
So you mean to tell me you want me to accept black women as my woman, yet she went and told my enemy that I was coming.
I'm saying I'm looking at the Asian community, right?
You're going to turn around and tell her to tell me I didn't do good.
I'm looking at the Asian community, right? I'm looking at the Asian community.
She gave the coordinates to my
I'm looking at the Asian community, and I'm looking at how their women are serving their men, right?
Because they're loyal.
Come on, man.
They not loyal. But
you call it whatever you want to call it. Look, I'm looking at the result. You can calculate all these methods that you want to calculate. I'm talking about the result is what the fuck it is. And what it is we're at the bottom of every statistical category. Now you can blame
we're not on the bottom because economics black people own 85%. Black people own under 5% of the wealth of the country. Hispanics 3%. And
we talked about this already. Can I finish what I'm saying?
You're lying.
Can I finish?
You're not being exact. You said
let me finish
everything. And I'm telling you,
Let me finish lying then. Okay. We talked about this already, right? So what I'm saying is this. Show me the statistical category of the 9 areas of people activity where we come in top 2, top 3.
Huh? But here's the thing. There are things that you're not clear on, right? So when you're with sex, you're not clear on what it really justifies.
I tried to, but you kept talking over me, so you couldn't.
No, you did.
Everybody else hear me, but you didn't.
But you're saying sex is having children. Sex has nothing to do with production.
Man, let me try again.
Sex has nothing to do.
If you could
only production is bringing more children.
Bro,
you know what I'm saying?
Everybody in this comment section, people in the comment section understood what I was saying. Oak understood what I was saying. Quasi understood what I was saying. You the only one sitting here still sitting here saying. I just don't get it. Let me try again. I'll try again.
So explain sex again to me, because that's part of it.
When I look at sex, when I talk about sex as a category, who is the least productive as it pertains to the outcomes of your sexual activities? We have disproportionately high abortion rates. That means we're depleting our army just by virtue of not wanting them.
Is that black men fault or black women fault?
I'm talking about black people, right? You blame who you want to blame. I'm talking about the result.
Abortion, you can't blame. You can't put that in together because women make that choice.
Listen, women don't abort babies that they want. Is that right? Can we agree on that?
Yes.
Okay. So and men don't impregnate women who are unfit to be mothers. Purposeful men. Let me rephrase that.
Please rephrase that.
Okay. Purposeful men don't impregnate women who are unfit to be mothers, right? So if we're impregnating at a higher rate than everybody else, then we're producing more unpurposeful men than everybody else.
No, because it's only 5% of deadbeats that are doing it.
Again, we're having more purposeless sex. We're having more sex with unfavorable outcomes than any other group because we're not producing.
So who's this we?
Let me say more. All right, let me break this down because this was the issue we have. Out of all black fathers, 72% are married, 16% cohabitate, 88% total are in the homes, right? So basically, they are no further than Hispanics. They're no further than white people. The only person that's way ahead of us is Asian men who marry at the rate of 91. Hold on, huh?
Ahead of us as far as what?
As far as you're saying, when you say sex, right? You're talking about in a productive way of having children in a productive home, right? So Asian men, 91% are married, 3%. 91% are married, 3%. No, 94% are married, 3% live with their children, mother, and only 3% are solo, right? When it comes to black men, you know what I'm saying? Our numbers is not far from everybody.
Here's the thing.
Only about 1 or 2% different than Hispanic and white men. Asian men overlap white men. White men are not too far from us.
This is the problem y'all have.
88% of black men are in the homes of black fathers in the homes.
That's the problem y'all having. Hold on, let me just say this real quick. This is the problem y'all having because this already said he's saying black men are the best fathers, and most black men don't have kids. Here's the problem y'all having. When y'all talk about how to get a toddler in line, y'all talk about the top 10% of white men. When y'all talk about shit like sex and illiteracy, y'all talk about the bottom 10% of black men. It's an unfair argument. Most black men don't have kids, and the ones that have kids are involved. If you have a bunch of derelict children that raised by single mothers who want to be with derelict niggas, unless you raping these bitches, you're not choosing to have poor procreation. They just horrible human beings. Y'all just worship them. I'm telling you that the toddler problem is way bigger problem than the race problem. Way bigger.
Way bigger.
Way bigger.
We don't got to worry about white supremacy. We got to worry about them.
Don't those problems go hand in hand?
Unless you're saying the toddler is a white supremacist, then no. The toddler problem is totally different. Y'all yell white supremacy all day, but the only white people you will ever see in the hood are teachers and police officers, which are.
Let me bring this.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Wait, pause. I want to say this so the show won't get effed up. All right, so it won't get fucked up. Let's be careful with the R word.
Yeah.
YouTube
Yeah.
Hey, black, somebody, Brody, take him out. He's a spam. Brody.
Okay.
Yeah, he's spamming.
Yeah, you don't hear me saying that WS word. I don't even talk about that.
I
have my thoughts and feelings on it, but you've never heard me say
No. I was just going to what he was saying. My point is, now, here's the thing. 85% of white men own the wealth of this country, right?
Okay.
Right under 5% of black men do. Less than 4% Hispanics do. I pulled up the stats, right? And then the rest is 7%, which is divided between your Arabs and Asians and other people. So if anything, all races are losing in America. Yet we never consider Asians as losers or Hispanic people as losers or Arabs as losers. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to have more wealth than white people. We just have to maintain our own culture and our own community. So when we saying, oh, we're not doing as good as this person, it makes it seem like we're not doing good at all, right? It's like if I compared you to Jay-Z, you would be a failure, wouldn't you? No. If I compared your wealth to Jay-Z, would you not be considered a failure?
Why would we even compare that?
I'm asking you that question, yes or no?
No.
You look like a failure. And if I said you're losing the war on economics,
Jay-Z is not my competition.
No, earnings, right? Because economic is earnings. So if I say, hey, Vaughn, whoever makes the most money is the winner, and I put you in line with Jay-Z, who would be the winner? Who would be the loser?
Okay, I'll give you that for this example. Go ahead.
Right? Can you say it? Who would be the winner? Who would be the loser?
Sure. Go ahead. Yo, you saying Jay-Z would be beating me?
Right? If I'm measuring, would you agree? Would you agree?
Sure.
All right. So basically,
for this flawed analogy,
but here's the thing: you would consider yourself a loser and him a winner based on the earnings, right? That's economics.
No,
would you consider on economics meaning earnings, right? Because you're saying white men out earn us and out asset us, so therefore we're losing the war. But are you losing the war because Jay-Z make more money than you?
See, I don't even understand the analogy.
The analogy is this: when you're saying we're losing to white men, we're losing the war. What war? What war do we have with white men? Is it because we don't make white men
losing? I didn't say that.
You said that, but you said in these categories, how are we losing?
Just
because we don't have Jay-Z money doesn't mean we can't maintain what we have.
He said compared to other men.
God damn, what are we
doing? It's right. And I'm comparing him to right, and I'm comparing. I know, but I'm comparing you to another man, and you don't want to admit that in comparison to Jay-Z, that you lose. Because if we're talking about,
I gave you that.
Well,
I gave you that. I
said you didn't admit it. You just said I gave you that.
I said in this flawed analogy, yes, I would be the loser, but that's
not what's flawed. But isn't that when you compare us to white men? Oh,
that's not.
We have what. My thing is we don't need.
I said there are 9 areas of people interaction. There are 9 areas of people activity, and in each of those areas of people activity, we rank last or damn near last. I'm comparing us, foundational Black Americans who own, according to Dr. Claude Anderson, 0.5% of this nation's wealth. Right, so we rank damn near last or dead last in every statistical category as it pertains to ranking us alongside what other men provide their communities. That's what I said.
But here's the thing.
Now you want to compare us to women?
No. But I'm saying you're comparing us to everybody else. No, I'm saying you're comparing us to the white man and saying we're losers and we're not winners.
Yeah, I'm comparing us to all other groups of men, bro. I don't understand why you have.
But okay, so here's the thing. First of all,
he didn't say white man. He said other men.
Now you're saying other men. Okay,
so I've been saying that since the beginning.
So you're saying we take those?
It includes white men,
which includes white men. Yes.
Okay. So economics, I'm addressing that because I know the numbers of Claude Anderson is wrong. It's not 0.5%. It's actually 4.something%. It's almost 5%.
All right. But you got to throw in Oprah and Jay-Z, and that inflates.
No, you just got to look at it. You got to look at the numbers. We assume that it's Oprah. There's people like Robert Smith who owns Vista.
The average Black man in this country, the average income for a Black man in this country is about $43,000.
And what's the average for a white person?
I think it's right around $56,000.
All right. So how much further is he really out earning us by?
I'm not doing that. I'm saying we're less than. I'm saying lower than. If you talk economics, I don't give a damn about percentage or how much. I'm saying your rank is what it is, and it's under him. That's what I'm saying.
But it's over Hispanics.
I don't think so.
And it is over Hispanics. Hispanics come under. Trust me, I argue these labor law
levels. So then, like I said,
we're not the last in economics.
I said 2 things. I said last or damn near last.
And you know who beats the white man?
Asians
and Africans.
Okay, yeah. But what I said was, my statement was,
white people earn 85, but white people, as much as their earnings are less, white people earn 85%.
My statement was
of the wealth. So
my statement was we are either last or damn near last. So if you find a category where somebody is last, we're still damn near last, bro. That's what the fuck I said.
But does it matter? Can you live off of 43,000 any further than you can live off of 56,000?
Okay.
How much more can 56,000 buy you? How much more does that give you?
It's $250 per week more money. Check this out. Here's the thing.
But I'm
Even
saying
no, because
I'm gonna
it
can I
doesn't
finish?
matter.
Because
No,
I never
it
get to
doesn't matter
finish.
because y'all arguing
You
the
get to
wrong
finish, bro.
thing.
You talk more than anybody on here.
No, because I get interrupted all the time, bro.
But y'all,
All I'm saying
you
is
arguing
that
the wrong
I
thing.
hate it. No, because here's a term that I hate.
We need to
I
get you an
keep hate
hourglass.
saying. Here's what I
Turn
hate.
upside down every 30
I
seconds.
I hate when we keep saying this person is last or first. You know what I'm saying? As if we're defeated. You know what I'm saying? If Quasi made $5 more than me, and I'm last because he makes $45 an hour and I make 40, then you're gonna say, "Oh, Pete, you're dead last. You're losing."
That's
But I
a
make
bullshit
$40 an hour.
That's a
No,
bullshit analogy.
last does not mean unsustainable. It just means you just make less.
I didn't say unsustainable.
So
I didn't
my
say
thing is, why
I
do
didn't put no adjective on it other than
can we
that.
sustain a family at 43,000
Yes.
a year on average?
Yes.
So do we need to make 56 to say that we're winning? Like, what are we winning? We only winning who makes more or less. This is why, like, I asked you the question of Jay-Z and you, right? It's the same thing. White man make 56. Let's just say that's Jay-Z. Vaughn, black man, makes 43,000 a year. I compared you. Now, yes, on that status, it looks like you're losing, but guess what? Just like Jay-Z could take care of his family, you can too.
The point is still that in every statistical category, we are last or damn near last.
But it doesn't mean we're losing as people.
Stop, because it's comparative. If you make 56 and I make 44, man, that other $250 per week that you get, you still buying $12 salads and I'm buying $2 salads that's bigger than yours because hood prices are different. What y'all arguing is arbitrary. Here's the thing.
Look, Akachi said last is last. Women want the winner.
No, but
winning is winning.
No, women want the winner. These black chicks ain't women. They want the losers. That's why they get PhDs and date felons. Look, you're fine with no bread. You'll get more pussy that way. You have something to lose. You don't date these toddlers. You just said that men that reproduce, if you have a purpose, you don't do that. Who gets all the pussy? The bottom 5%. That's the whole point. So all this is arbitrary because you're convoluting economic stats with trending dating stats. I'm saying they need to divest if they feel that way because I'm still gonna hit. Nothing ever stops the hit. Nothing.
No.
Look, so, I don't need to assume somebody else's debt. I don't need to come in here if I just made $44,000 a year and she's making, let's say she's making $65,000 a year, but she got $150,000 in student loans. Plus she had to get a brand new car because she need that shit. Plus, goddamn it, man, you ever been to a girl crib? They sick as shit. Like they renting all type of furniture. I don't need your debt. So what she wants me to do is fuck my way into her debt. I'm fine on that. You can take these 2 tacos and we good. If we're not building from the bottom, then everything that I'm building, I'm giving away anyway. They are net loss.
What I'm saying is this. Again, I'm not comparing just for the sake of comparing or just for the sake of highlighting some idea that we're losing or that we're last. That's not the reason. Context is crucial. And so the reason that I mentioned these 9 areas of people activity is because you keep highlighting how poorly black women are performing, right? And I'm saying...
No, I'm not saying how poorly they're performing. I'm saying how poor of a partner they are. I'm not saying nothing about their performance. You have
the same damn thing?
No, it's not. Because tell you what, I can find
the purpose is us, right?
No, they should be, but it's not. It's their employer. They can only work with one guy. They got 3. They got their employer, they dick, and they got their pastor, their job, and they dick. They got 3 masters. That's why 3 masters is like having no masters. That's why they just chickens with their head cut off. What I'm saying is, it has nothing to do with that. Black women can do 2 things, but they can't do both at the same time. They say they can multitask, but they can't. They can help you succeed, or they can fuck you. They can't do both.
Can't do both.
She can do.
I mean, these are great slogans. These are great taglines, great cliches.
She can do your taxes for 3.
She can do your taxes. When it's all said and done.
When it's all said and done, then
we're performing as poorly as they are.
That is fine. And everybody else is too, but they combine their incomes because they toddlers are more trainable.
So now this is the reason, this is part of the reason that I even bring that up. There's a reason that we're performing at a lower rate than our masculine counterparts, right? It's not just because we're organically deficient or that we're organically less than. There is a level of opposition that we meet for whatever reason that socially it has been determined that we are the booty, right? We are the prize. We are the designated losers in this society, right? And that's what war looks like. So if we're going to So I think personally that it would be more beneficial and more constructive for us as men to focus on what men need to do rather than whining about what women are doing. All we got to do, if you can tell me that women fuck the winners, then all we got to do is win, and then we ain't got no problems.
No, you still got more
but
problems.
If I win, I don't mean I'm gonna be loyal to black women.
No,
like I'm not gonna go hard to win.
It's not even that. It's not even just that. It's that they fuck the winners and they try to bring the kingdom down. They'll fuck.
Right.
They'll fuck the.
I don't have that problem.
I know you don't, because you married your high school sweetheart. These chicks will get him to be the GD queen and have a baby by a Vice Lord and a Blackstone. You be like, how the fuck? You got to call a gang truce and get your kids. These bitches is built for chaos. They be AKAs, having babies. Look, what I am saying is,
you're creating chaos, man.
They create chaos.
Look, they create chaos.
Men
by themselves, all by themselves.
Yes, they don't need no assistance to create chaos.
Y'all wild as hell.
They create in any situation. They create chaos, man.
Nigga, I've damn near been in a shootout because goddamn it, man, I looked out for a chick and got her daughter some goddamn birthday gift, and she tried to get the goddamn GDs and the Masons to jump me. Luckily I was GD and a Mason. I'm like, how the fuck you get bad because you broke and I got your daughter a little $11 gift? Like, they'll cause chaos over any goddamn. Look, a girl can do your taxes 3 years straight. Goddamn it, December, you invited to the Christmas party, get a little drunk, she sucking dick. February come around, you like, here go my taxes. Oh, we fucking now. I can't do taxes. You got to find somebody else. So you can't count now because you got some dick? Look, girls will help you or they'll fuck you. They won't do both. That's a cultural thing because they think that is a look.
There is a very different experience. And this is why I tell young brothers and any man, if you look, you have to determine what type of relationship you are trying to have.
You should be 27 years old and rock get a 16-year-old girl. Marry the 16-year-old girl at 37 years old. That's what you should do.
Let me rock.
Go ahead.
I'm saying this. You, as a man, you have to determine what type of relationship you want with a woman, right? And so if you want the type of relationship that looks like something that resembles a harmonious relationship, then talk to men who are experiencing harmonious relationships with women. Don't talk to dudes who haven't yet achieved that because all they can give you is coping techniques. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Okay, first of all,
right?
I don't know.
Man, that's what it is. So, because men who have harmonious relationships with women, they have a very different explanation of what it means to relate to a woman than men who have not yet achieved that.
No, relate to that woman, not women in general.
I'm talking about general.
No, that's not general. You can only relate to your one woman because, like you said,
and here's where
the hypocritical comes, because you say men need to find the right woman that he could work with, which means you know for sure that all women are unworkable. So just because you meaning not all women are workable, right? If you said men have to decipher or distinguish between a chaotic woman and a right woman, that means who she is as a person, he has to figure that out. His only harmony comes because she is a harmonious person, not because he's harmoniously great. Well, it is. You're saying, hold on, your relationship, you're basing it on, I'm harmonious because me and my wife get along and we have a good relationship. And I'm saying that is your wife because the woman she is and the woman you trained her to be, because you've been with her since she was 16, right? So you created her over those years how you wanted her to be.
No. I did not train my wife. I did not train. Look, you can tell me how I interact with my wife, or I can tell you how I interact with my wife.
What I'm saying is you train her by saying, you don't train her ain't like, oh, I'm going to put Pampers on you.
I didn't train her, bro. I did not train my wife.
So you didn't train her, so she came perfect.
Damn near. My wife was more ready. Let me say it this way. Exactly. My wife was more ready for womanhood than I was for manhood.
And that's great because she was ready for it. And that's discernment. And that means that you picked a woman that was ready. What you're trying to say is because you got the woman that was ready for womanhood, that it's on the men to find women that's ready for womanhood. I could agree with that.
Yeah, that's on everybody.
But the others are chaotic. And and here's the thing. You met your wife before you understood discernment. Yeah. You didn't know if you didn't understand manhood before she was ready for womanhood, then you got lucky.
Yeah, I was very fortunate. It was
right. There's no skill set.
Not lucky. Not lucky. I was fortunate. And I'll say it this way.
Lucky, fortunate, whatever words you want to use.
Hold on. Let me give you some context. I love context. Bruh, I had options. I'm gonna blow my own horn for a minute. I've always been. Let me rock. I've always been.
I never got to finish. Everybody want to rock.
You just told me I was lucky, so
I know, but let me finish. I'm trying to give context. I'm trying to give context like everybody else.
Yeah, but before you run over,
but before I can give,
I can't leave the audience. I can't leave the audience with that statement that you made. So I want to give you
right. But I can't leave them with what
I've always been a ladies' man, bro. I've always been nice with the ladies, always, and so I had options. I chose her based on what I thought was best for me.
Dude, you just said 16 years old. You didn't know anything about this. You weren't even ready.
I was with grown women at 16.
Right.
I was with grown women. Dude,
I was fucking grown women at 11. So who doesn't?
Wait,
you were being molested then.
Okay, so were you being molested?
Not at 16. Ain't no difference between 16 and 11. Ain't no difference between 16 and 11. That's what you telling me.
No, what I'm saying is, so if the 37-year-old dude with the box Chevy slide through on your 16-year-old honor. All right, but here's the thing. There's a different. Look, there's a small window in which women are coachable between the ages of 16 and 20. Not even, they can't even be legal yet. 16 and 20, it's a small window when they coachable. Once they go to get indoctrinated with the liberalness in college, they fall off for another 15 years. It doesn't really matter. Here's the thing. We could talk about till the victor goes to spoils. And there's a lot of different areas you can be a victor in, right? You can make the best web app. You can win the championship. You can run a truck company. If there's a lot of wins, you can get micro wins. And you can still get a girl, right?
Yep.
But that's a personal goal. We're talking about culture. So culturally, all the winners will have to leave the black community and actually build their own spot and then get chased by all the toddlers, because toddlers love logos. Because you can't rebuild as is. It's a matriarchal culture full of a bunch of men and women that will try to kill you for training your toddler. Dudes be mad at me because I say I don't want to check. I'm like, yo, I don't even want that. What's wrong with you, nigga? What's wrong with it? So you mad that I don't want to fuck? Who you want to fuck? These niggas is nuts. Look. So you gotta
men don't train women, bro. Women train women.
No, that's how it's supposed to. And no, that's not how it's supposed to go. That's why all these women fucked up.
You ever been pregnant before? You ever had a period before?
Women can be midwives all day. They don't train women. Let me tell you something. I have never been anywhere.
Train your daughters or your sons.
Look. Once you check this out, man. If a slave trains a slave how to be a slave, then that's fine. What I'm telling you is, if I want something, then the something I want needs to train me on how to be palatable to what they like. So if I'm eating my girl pussy, I'm like, yo, I want to eat pussy. I ain't gonna go to my dudes like, hey, dude, how you eat pussy? No, I'm gonna ask my girl, how do you want? Train me on how to make you feel better. So she needs to be listening to me like, yo, shorty, this is what the fuck you need to do. Don't ask your mama, don't ask Facebook, don't ask the gay best friend you got like it's a male perspective. No, it ain't. He a girl.
That's different.
I train you. And when I train you, you do it. When I'm like any other employer. I'm trying to turn toddlers into secretaries. When you go to that job, you don't ask the other co-workers that's lazy as shit, taking 15 cigarette breaks, how to do the job. You go to the motherfucker that's your supervisor and say, man, what's going on? Yo, here's the employee handbook. Come to my office. Let me go through the criteria. Treat me like you treat your employer.
Let me say this. I don't know the first thing about being a woman.
You don't have to, because women know about being, they don't even like each other. This is what you gotta know about being a woman. Say something. This is what you do. This is everything you need to know about being a woman. You say something, then you contradict the same thing you just said before you finish the sentence though. Like, it's hot outside, man. It's too hot outside. You got to do that. No comma. You got to contradict everything you say the same time you say it. You have to try to trick people. You got to tell them what you like and then change your mind. You got to ask them to do something, but be totally ambiguous so they got to guess and read your mind. You just got to be a total 4-year-old. If you have a 4-year-old,
I'm gonna help you find a wife.
No, you're not. I'm gonna train my toddlers. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna help you find a wife, bro.
So I'll say this: if women could raise, only women could raise women, then why all these single women who grew up in single motherhoods are? Because if the
he's saying good wives train their daughters to become good wives.
But that's
women are the best trainers. The best way for a young female to arrive at an optimal level of womanhood is to be trained by a healthy-minded woman, not to be trained by a man. Because I don't know the first thing about being no damn woman. I don't know how to take care of myself as no woman. I don't know nothing about no damn period. No, cleaning myself as a there are too many intricacies.
Here's the flip side. Women don't either. You know how many women don't know when they cycle come on? I know girls' fertility cycle better than they do. I gotta look. Girls don't know shit. They just do shit. Look,
hey, y'all tripping, bro.
I'm not tripping. So, I'm not tripping.
Some women you gotta tell them don't wipe, back to front.
I'm not tripping. I've listened to women. I've listened to grandmothers tell their daughters and their granddaughters. I'm just being honest. That here's the thing: if they the most educated, why they kids the dumbest? So they ain't teaching them shit. Kids can't read. She got 14 degrees. Look,
we talking about unhealthy scenarios, bro.
We're not, because 70% of America can't read at a 4th grade level. But you telling me that 80% of these toddlers got college degrees. But you're not saying that they got these pieces of paper and they still read with a finger on every word. They dumb as shit. They don't know shit. They just do shit.
Hey, look, do women read at a higher rate than boys?
No.
Do girls? Who has the lowest? Do black girl? Who has the lowest reading level? Black girls or black boys?
Black boys have the lowest reading level, but that don't mean they. But here's the thing: when black boys read, it's this.
How you gonna justify? You gonna rationalize?
No. This is not even black boys. This is male female. When men read, men normally read their things of interest, right? When women read, they normally read fiction. Men read nonfiction, history. When they may go into sci-fi because it explores it, but women like
this conversation.
But even when they read drama. Even when they read, they read drama. If I go to a girl crib, she gonna have a Jive magazine, some motherfucking Triple Crown publishing book. But they
have a same book.
No, look, this is why I hate this.
Dutch. They all reading Dutch.
This is why I hate this part of the conversation, because I don't like comparing men to women.
But you just
they have Olympics.
You have no problem comparing black men to other races, and it's like, come on, man.
Because when you watch the Olympics, who's running against who?
He's comparing to other men of races. He's comparing to other men.
And women, because
when I'm playing basketball, I ain't trying to play no women. I'm playing other men. I'm competing against other men.
I'm doing the trans Olympics.
No, I'm not even doing that. You ask who
Olympics is nation against nation.
No. What you ask is, who reads more, men or women, boys or girls? So reading is a fundamental thing that happens before you reach school. Like, I'm a reader because my dad used to give me coloring books and comic books. He used to sit me on his lap. I used to read the comic section in the newspaper. My dad did that. My mom didn't do that. But it's fine if a mom does that. Either way, that is how you encourage people to read. So even with that being said, that's to say that people who give a shit about their kids read better, regardless of gender, than children who parents don't give a shit about kids.
Right.
I would love to argue that these motherfuckers don't give a shit about their kids, and that's why the literacy rate is so high.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
They got the highest.
I don't think it's a gender-based thing. I think motherfuckers just are horrible stewards of children. So it's not even a gender-based thing. If my mother would have raised me, I would not know how to read, but I'd be a hell of a dope dealer. My dad raised me, so I know how to read.
It wasn't okay.
But
allegedly. But allegedly you wasn't okay,
but everything is good cop, bad cop. That's like, look, education is based on interest. Boys learn differently than girls. Like, boys learn by touching and then going back and looking at the resource material. You know what I'm saying? Every way that boys learn, it's a woman to tell them to stop doing that. Boys climb on the ceiling. You hear these stories all the time. Motherfucker, you look up your son swinging from the ceiling fan that's going in a circle, mom going crazy, trying to get dad like shit. Get down how you got up. Now you'll figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
You got in there.
Boys learn differently.
Hey, hold on. I gotta read this though. These guys don't want to compare themselves to white men, but want to compare themselves to women.
That's what I'm saying.
I ain't said shit about compared to white men. I don't give a shit about the comparison.
Exactly. He didn't even compare it. And here's the thing. Vaughn was the one who compared it. He started with Vaughn brought up, who's doing this, who's doing that. We weren't even comparing ourselves to black women. Man.
Now he actually
Oh, that shit was funny.
Look, now that comment right there, Vaughn asked Oak to read who reads at a lower level. black boys or black girls. Then he said he didn't want to hear the answer. It wasn't that I didn't want to hear the answer. He answered the question the way that I thought he would. That black girls read at a higher level than black boys. But my point
No, I didn't say that. That's not what I said. You asked who reads more. Boys read at a higher level. Girls just read more. Girls read a lot of shit that's at a 4th, 5th grade level, but they read a lot of it. All those romance novels, all that shit. Boys will read popular science for fun. Do you know the type of they read about hydrodynamics for fun? Girls don't read that type of shit.
I think by the time we graduate high school, that black girls are reading at a higher level than black boys.
I don't believe that at all. And I'm around black girls all the time. I'm around teachers all the time. I gotta teach teachers. And
I don't even have to Google that, bro. I don't even have to Google that.
I'm telling you, you can believe that. I fuck teachers. And teachers only teachers because all the answers in the back of the book. Look, girls don't know shit, they just do shit.
Well,
now she has a job though.
Mind you, the material that they read is from men that write it. But okay, you know.
And not only that, when they read once again. Men read higher level things because men's interest levels are higher. Women read more recreationally. Men don't really read recreationally. Men read for function.
Yeah, I can rock with that to a larger. Let me see here. I got a stat here. It says over 75% of the world's 781 million illiterate adults are found in South Asia, West Asia, and Sub-Saharan Africa. And women represent almost 2/3 of all illiterate adults globally.
So there you go.
But now, again, this is not Black American women. This is globally.
Black American women read at a 4th grade level. I don't give a fuck how many degrees they got, how cute they are, how long their nails are. All these motherfuckers read at a 4th grade level.
90% of the degrees is in a liberal arts program or social.
Do me a favor. Somebody get me the stat on. See, here we go again. I hate these damn comparisons because the comparison is not between men and women. Goddamn it! Don't need a comparison between.
But you brought up the comparison.
I know. I'm doing this because of the conversation that we're having. But the real comparison. I'm talking about manhood here, man. And the real comparison is how do black boys fare at 12th grade compared to their masculine counterparts? And I'm telling you that we are either last or
because how they're trained.
Look,
you can't put it like this. Here's can I answer this? Oh, first of all, you can only compete on a level you are prepared for. If you allowed us to do the things that everybody else do, we will outpace them. You know what I'm saying?
What's stopping us?
Our fucking mothers, these single mothers ain't putting in the work.
It's always women.
Well, actually, it is women. Wait, no. It's not the mothers. It's the teachers.
75 to 80% of black children are born in single mother homes.
Wait, stop. It is women, but it's not mothers. It's teachers. You learn the most. You're supposed to learn between birth through 10 years old, maybe birth through 11. No man in here can say they had a male teacher before they hit 5th grade. When they're about 10, 11 years old. So your most defining years of learning, you got a bunch of chicks trying to stop boys from being boys and learning how boys learn, putting them on fucking Zoloft and Paxil and all type of goofy shit.
Who established that?
So
no, go back to something Mitch said that we never put up there. Mitchell, can I interrupt on this? Mitchell Snyder he said girls develop faster and men continue to improve intellectually until their 50s. So what happens is there's a stop button for women, and men continue all the way through their 50s.
Okay. So what's the point?
I hope Akashi found a boyfriend he's looking for. Anyway, so my whole thing is, what I'm saying is, look, if you're most
the comparison is not men to women, man. We compliment each other.
No, here's the thing. No, we're talking about education because I'll be serious about the education shit. What they do is they stifle black boys. The curriculum is based on girls. The curriculum, it used to be a curriculum based on linking logs and doing things dexterity, and then you'll read. They have pop-up books that showed you the apple pop out, and they say spell apple. They don't do that anymore. Now everything is strictly how girls learn. You know what I'm saying? That's how it's designed. Boys don't learn how girls learn. So that's how you get the Akashis out here, because they like girls. Hold on. What, Mom?
Did we lose him?
I don't have no cigarette.
Might have probably come back in. My thing, but we keep saying how we fare against, like you always say, how we fare against. Why is it necessary to fare against everybody?
When we accidentally muted himself.
So When
Bro,
we're-
unmute yourself.
I came in there looking, you was asleep.
he might have to. He probably going to leave and come back in like he did last time. So my thing is, we keep saying, okay, not compare. We're saying, why are we comparing to black women? We have not through the whole thing. The only thing we compared about is black boys and black girls who read at what level, which was asked by you. My thing is this: why we keep comparing to white people? It's like me constantly comparing you to Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? No, it is, because why do I have to do better than a white man to say that my culture is good?
That's why it's called a race, bro. Somebody got to win, and somebody got to
He
lose.
said, he said other men. He's just not saying white man. He's just not saying white man. He said other races of men.
Right, but other races
that includes white men.
We're not the last one. So if
It's
anybody needs to be, no, we're not the
last
one.
Why do boys when they're 10, 8, 10, and 12 years old? Why do we wrestle against each other? Why we always slap boxing and wrestling and shit, having foot races? Why do we do that?
We competing against each other. That's it.
That's right. That's right. Men are built for competition.
And how are men not competing?
Well,
in the
competition, this is what I'm talking about.
So we're built for competition. So it's about competing. So what you're saying, we're not trying to compete.
So then, if we're having a competition, if we're built for competition, who's the competition, bro?
No, the competition is if we're competing. You're making it seem like we're not competing. We are. We may not win the economic war.
We're not winning any of them. We're not winning in any of those.
But here's the thing: everything really starts with the economics, right? You control. But case in point is, Asians don't have to make more than white people to control their community or control their culture. We don't need to make more. We didn't have to make more than white people coming out of slavery to control our culture. We had somewhat control over our culture, how we did things. So it's not that it's saying, oh, because you're not beating the white man, you're a failure. But hey, he's making $100,000 a year, and he has a family, he has a 401k, he has good assets, he has a good debt to income ratio.
I think that a man who's making $45,000 a year, if a man is making $45,000 a year and he has his family intact, I'm not calling that man a loser. I'm not talking about individually that man is a loser. That's not my point.
But it is. If you compare him to a white man doing it, you say he's a loser.
My point is, in every area of people interaction, there is a reason that we are last or damn near last.
You always say we last. I got to take your word for it. So let's just do this. Tell me how we're last, meaning statistically. Where do we fall in last percentage-wise? So, economic. I can explain economically based on ownership of wealth in this country. 85% go to white man. So I could say yes. Compared to white men, we're losing, but compared to Hispanic men, we're winning, and compared to other races, we might be winning too, because it's only at 7%. That's no, we
are last or damn near last.
No, bro.
Wait.
See how you throw everything away? I just said right stats.
Okay, no. We're not last or damn near last. Check this out. Everything is cultural.
Give me one.
If you see it like
of those 9 areas, give me one.
I just gave you one. Okay, can I answer this? Oh, because I want to finish this.
Look, somebody said who dominates boxing, basketball, football, and the best golfer of all time. That's a beautiful question, and the answer is white men and Jewish men dominate those sports. We are the best athletes, but who gets the most yield from those sports? It ain't black men.
And you know why? Because I started my own league, and everybody want to play, but ain't nobody gave me no money, and ain't nobody said I do administrative work. Niggas don't want it till you build it. But that's not the point, because you still got to build it. But that's not a cultural thing. That's I'm a boss thing, and then I'll just buy y'all niggas because y'all want to be slaves. What I am saying is this: $45,000 in Chicago or is less than $45,000 in New York, which is less than $45,000 in Cali. When you look at where colored stay at, because bitches don't know shit, they just do shit. They always in some type of metropolitan area where they can get social services and a bunch of assistance, and then they raise you there, and most people don't leave their 4-block radius. When you look at other people, they can earn the same yield but be in a smaller town and have a better lifestyle. I can be in Topeka, Kansas with the same $40,000 and live like a king, but $40,000 in Chicago, I'm still in the hood ducking buckshots. It's just relative. It's relative. It's not about the amount of money that you make. You can be the least earning group if you have a good coach. The Amish
Yep.
is killing it, and they broke
Yep.
his shit. It's not about that. It's about the culture. You live in a
Yep.
matriarchal culture, which means that the men consciously bow down to the women. I don't understand how y'all can't beat a girl, but everybody consciously bows down to girls. So
No,
they
I don't think that's
perpetuate.
what happened. I don't think that's how it
That's
happened.
that.
I
That's the
think
cultural norm, and the girls do this shit consciously and then blame it on Willie Lynch. I'll listen to him say it. Oh man, I gotta do this because of Willie Lynch. Ain't no motherfucker Willie Lynch say you had 3 kids by 3 niggas, bitch. Look,
in
these motherfuckers
1960,
do what they want to do, and then they want everybody else to clean up their mistakes. 70% of the jobs that black women get, when they go get those degrees, 70% of the jobs they get in those degrees are to supplement all the labor they would have had to do if they just been fucking white. They
so why
babysitters,
is it?
they
Why is
CNAs,
it?
they everything they do is to break down the duties of a wife so they don't have to be a wife. That's all the fuck these goofy motherfuckers do. They
Let
could
me
not
ask
get a
you that:
degree and just stay at the crib.
is that an American woman problem, or is that a or are you talking about just black women?
Talking about just well, all women, but
Oh, well,
white
right. But we
white
talking
women get the degree and still be a housewife. She'll be a
about
housewife with a master's degree.
Yep, and teach our own kids.
Keisha wants to
Own
get
All right,
kids.
I didn't hear your answer, bro. Say that again.
no because Becky will get that same stupid ass degree and still be a housewife, while Keisha gets that degree and she'll want to go to the workforce and take care.
The Amish, hey, the Amish got us beat. The average income for an Amish family is 64 grand, 64.5 grand. So again, last or damn near last in every statistical
Do you
category. That's
realize
us.
that's
You taking one category and
no
saying
no no
that's
no
all
no 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 no
nine.
no no no. He's talking household income too. Do you know how
Right.
little 65,000 is for an Amish house? You know how many motherfuckers in that house?
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So
yeah.
household income, if Akeisha could follow instructions, our household income would be 110. If
Yeah, because she
easy,
had 40, I'm at 45, and she had
So
39.
what's stopping us from cooperating?
because she don't cooperate. If
She
she
don't
cooperated, she
cooperate.
would have taken one of
She
those
got
two
the
marriage
job, so she
proposals
wouldn't
in her
have to
20s.
cooperate.
So
That's the
why
thing.
is it,
See, why? Look,
why
Becky
can't
would
we
get
get the
Becky
cooperation
would
from our
Becky,
women and
Becky
other
would
men
get
from their women?
look. Becky would get the job to help add to the total income of the household. Keisha gets it so she could not have to be part of the household and don't listen to the man. Becky will get the fucking 40,000, her husband will make 45, and she'll still cooperate with him because the importance is of the household is bringing home 85,000.
To answer,
Keisha is like, no, fuck that. This is my 40,000, and I want to be separate.
now to answer your question, you asked why can't we do that, but other races can't? Because every other race, they man raised the daughter. You the only one that can think that girls can raise girls to actually not be dysfunctional. When you have
That's
when
not
you
quite what I said, bro.
when
No,
you
you did. You said men can't raise daughters, but
with
yet here
That,
you are. The most girls that
I'm
suffer are the
saying
ones in a single mother home. And
I don't mind you quoting me. I'm just saying I don't mind
women
being
have
quoted.
no crazy could rewind this shit later and you can
when
look at it.
I
when
don't mind being quoted. Just quote me accurately.
when men when
What
men
I said was
okay.
the best way for a female to reach the ideal level of womanhood is to be trained by a woman.
But
I'm
that's
not
not
talking about
true.
It's
That's
not
not
true.
true.
And you also said men
She
can't
cannot be
train
trained at all.
women.
And
You
just
said you can.
if she eats enough food to make it to maturity, she'll be a woman. The same shit she knows at 3 years old is all she needs to know at 16 years old. She's not required to know how to read, write, and count in order to reproduce.
you know why y'all have that perspective is because you don't think very highly of women. You
That's
think
not
that
it at
they have
all. You're judging womanhood. No, you're judging womanhood based on these bitches can't cook or clean. Have you been to their cribs? Well, sometimes they can clean. This show can't cook. You're not gonna get both. Well, actually, you'll get the cook, but you won't get the clean. Or you get the clean, won't get the cook. But if you get the cook, it come with 5 kids by 8 niggas. So goddamn it, man, you standing in line like it's a
Hey,
soup.
read that comment.
You
Read
know
that comment.
that mean he like
That's
what he hearing.
Pierre.
Hey, shout out to
Yo,
Conto.
Pierre, what up, player?
Shout out to Conto, man. All right, look. All I'm saying is this: when you have here's the difference. Like I said, Becky goes to college to find a husband. When they start off, all they have are the student loans that Becky's husband helps pay off, right? From the beginning, because they're starting off their journey together. They accumulate wealth together. A woman's purpose for a man is to make him money, save him money, or save him time. She saves him time and money because she does the duties that he would normally have to outsource for. So that's more money that he has in order to put back into the household. She's doing her thing. Now, the difference between that and Keisha is Keisha get all the debt, all the kids, all the bills, and be like, yo, where the man at to clean up my shit?
Okay, great point. So then my question to you is, if that's her role, right? If that's the woman's role and her responsibility, how do you get her to do that? It's two ways.
By me getting her to do that and not letting her listen to any woman with clothes on ever in life. Here's the difference.
Hey, hold on. Hey, Pierre, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell because we got a lot more coming for you.
So
here's
the difference. For her to get married, for her to find her spouse in college, that means she found them at 19 years old, which means they probably got married anywhere between 20 to 24 years old.
She got to be groomed to do that, though, right?
She was groomed by her parents, dual parents. But but her father is the one that told her, yo, you better find a man while you in there. Dad tells her that. What women tell other women, live your life, girl. That's why they spend 15 extra years in a whole phase for nothing until they out the dating market. They say, hey, where's the real man at? They trying to find the bitches in high school. They got a box Chevy now, bitch. I don't know what to tell you. But but that's what it comes down to. They missed their beat. Somebody told black women that they can do whatever the fuck they want to do, and they too young to settle down, and they can explore.
Who told them that? Where they get that idea?
Other women.
It was a feminist thing. They followed feminist movement, man. It wasn't men saying do that unless it was the fathers who. It was Biggie.
So let me make sure I understand what y'all saying. You're saying that in 1960 we had 80% households, and then all of a sudden black women just said, "The hell with that, we out."
Yes,
because black women always wanted to be out. My grandmother, who was married to my grandfather to the day he died at 69 years old, they were married from 18 years old to 69 years old, and she was preaching to my aunt like, yo, marriage is oppression. By the time she was comfortable in her marriage, like, yo, I got some benefits out this shit. My aunt had already moved to California, and like, men are oppressive. They got it from the woman. The whole time, my granddad like, yo, this is my baby. It's my only daughter. She don't give a shit, because mama said,
let me say,
Berta Brock.
In the 19 when did the feminist movement hit? In like the late 60s, mid to late 60s?
It got big late then, but it started
1880. It started in 1880. They called it the Women's Reformation Movement. Then they rebranded it to feminism.
Right.
Okay. So let me ask you this: can you name a war that the United States has ever lost?
Yes, we have lost a bunch of wars over the last 30 years.
Well, we got our asses kicked.
Yeah, Vietnam, we lost.
Korea.
Did we lose, or did we just get what we came for?
No, we was getting our asses handed to them, and then they retreated.
We just lost Afghanistan, but we said it was just a pullout. We was there 11 years, couldn't beat a motherfucking place the size of Iowa.
I have a little bit different perspective. I think those were drug missions, and we got what we came for.
Okay,
it's a war. It's still a war.
Okay, wait.
Hey.
If we just be a drug dealer, I give you that. If it's just about the dope, so Biden can get his crack pipe, I roll with that.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking it was. I don't think we.
Hey, Truth Mary just put a little Glock out on y'all, like, you know what I'm saying? She
can't speak for black women.
She just pulled her little Glock on y'all. What I gotta say about that?
I don't care about that. Not all women. She's talking about every girl that say not all women is like all women. I don't care about that.
Right. And 5 of their homegirls, 5 or 6 of her homegirls are the same way.
But she don't know nobody like that.
She don't know nobody, right? She don't know
nobody.
Her favorite first cousin is stripper, but she ain't know no girls.
Right. I don't know her first cousin stripper. They hang with all the time.
Let me hit you with this.
I don't know any Keishas.
Look, do you when we talk about this feminist movement, you can't talk about that feminist movement without mentioning Gloria Steinem, right?
No, because Gloria Steinem came afterwards, and he's saying it started in 1880.
I'm saying she was a major player in the feminist movement.
She was a brand ambassador.
She's a brand ambassador.
Okay, so you do realize that she was CIA, right?
Right, because she was a brand ambassador.
Okay,
the Rockefeller Group,
and then
having a bunch of them.
Oh, and then in the same, I'm gonna mention her in the same vein that I'm going to mention. Who was the Planned Parenthood chick? Margaret Sanger.
Right.
She was also.
She actually put work in though, but yeah.
She was also CIA, right?
Well, she got recruited to the CIA. Yeah.
Okay, so now we got government operatives, government agents.
You have women. Okay.
You mean to tell me? Hold on. You don't hang out with strippers and whores. Get the fuck out of here.
Okay.
No. He's about to tell us about how women train women. Go ahead. Tell me about the CIA women that train women. Okay. Right? You say women should train women. Go ahead.
And you all right? We do date strippers and whores, but it's okay.
So if you don't hang out with strippers and whores, your girl's not the shit. Find you some strippers and whores. Anyway.
So we got these government agents, CIA agents, right? Because when you have these people have think tanks, right? And they strategize. We don't strategize. We don't have think tanks.
Because anybody who thinks past the 6th grade level is acting white. Y'all don't want think tanks.
Okay.
You know how many?
So then you got the CIA strategizing in an effort to turn women into feminists, right? And to turn women into females who wouldn't otherwise get high rates of abortion. Now they're getting these high rates of abortion, right? We got the CIA strategizing. This is war, right? Everything's in the context of war. So if the CIA is strategizing, that means they're waging war against your community. Would you agree with that or no?
Could say that, but go ahead.
Okay. All right.
I don't think it's just our community, but I'll digress on that for a second because it'll get deeper. But
okay. So then again, I go back to this. How many wars have you known the United States to lose? The United States is winners when it comes to warfare. There ain't too many people gonna beat the United States when it comes to warfare. So then when you wage war on the people who aren't even suspecting that you coming, you really don't stand a chance. So when that same war that they waged on them, you can't then turn around and say, well, they should have beat the United States at their own game. The shit don't work like that, man.
It don't work like that.
So what are you trying to say? That women can't think for themselves and therefore when feminism came, they just
I'm talking about think tank level shit, bro. I'm not talking about.
But you don't got to be in think level shit. Somebody say leave your man, and you just leave him.
Really, this what we doing?
No, I mean I'm saying this. That what feminism say. You don't need your man, and she just said she went in and she left her man and said.
I just want to make sure that Oak is on the same bullshit you on. Is that right? You on the same page with him?
All I'm saying is the United States is a bully. They jump niggas. They don't go head up. They wait till Britain, France, everybody else there, and then they be like,
I'm asking you if you on the same bullshit that people spit.
I'm just saying, even in a think tank. Well, I'm gonna say this. First of all, feminism was a worldwide, was a nationwide thing. It wasn't.
I ain't going nationwide. I'm talking about Chicago, New York.
No, it was Chicago, New York, and all of that. Okay, feminism was for white women because white women wanted to work. They got black women involved because of the numbers. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. And the same white woman that was feminist still went home to their white husbands, and they told Keisha and them to go to the projects.
Look at Akashi's comment.
With cannabis that didn't have a name on it.
Stop. So even if that's true,
Which comment?
War is a man's game.
War is a man's game. I don't know why girls keep making.
So if you got another man waging war on your women, the CIA is manhood. Even though they might deploy women to do the tactics, that's a man's game, right? So you got a man waging war against your community, and your women fall for it. That means you, as a man, didn't do your job.
Pause.
You got your ass kicked.
Pause. I'm not
going to naming the person who got their ass kicked.
No. Here's the thing. This is. No. I'm gonna.
We get our ass kicked.
No. I'm gonna give you a small concession, but I'm not gonna go at the end. Here's the thing. Right. You can't say you like civil rights and not like feminism because civil rights was feminism.
You say y'all believe in Wonder Woman.
You know what I'm saying? Hey,
go ahead.
Y'all do.
Hold on, stop. Look, because I mean. See, I don't know who she is, who Al-Kichi is, or whoever the fuck she is. But look, anybody that know me know I don't give a shit. Look, what I'm saying is, let's say it's a CIA move, right? Because the CIA funded civil rights movement, right?
Yep.
So that means Martin Luther King was an agent.
Yep.
If you look at all those pictures, there's only 5 black men in the front. It's Martin Luther King, Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, some other nigga, and Pete favorite dude, John Lewis.
Billy Cowles.
Don't fuck with me.
Everybody else, but it's like 500 people marching. If you look right behind those 5 men locked up, everybody else is white women and gay white men. Mm-hmm. Same shit with the Black Lives Matter posters. If you see it,
so who's leading that movement? Who's the leader of that movement? Your United States government. That's
gay Jews. All right, so here's the thing. But that's the leader of all black movement. Black ain't nothing but a gay Jew move that they prop up.
That's war.
They prop up either a pastor or a lesbian single mother. I don't know how she a lesbian and a single mother, but they find a lesbian college educated single mother or a black pastor who depend on gays and single mothers for a congregation, and then they prop them up as the brand ambassador and tell you this is what the colors want. And I'm cool with how the CIA play their game. I'm cool with it. I recognize it. Cool. What I'm saying is civil rights and feminism is the same thing, so it's all the same game. I don't necessarily think that it was an L. As far as men lost because they lost their girls, because I never thought these chicks was our girls. Ever. Since Pocahontas sold out, I never thought these chicks was our girls. They the spoils of war. Men think they say girls, that's why they pillow talk and let the girls set them up. This is a man issue.
Oh, you tripping.
I'm not tripping. Y'all think these all girls? Y'all crazy as shit. They y'all partners. I mean, I can know shit the enemy. I still sleep with the enemy. I don't have a problem with it.
Every other woman is serving their man. Why ain't ours serving us?
I don't think they are. They not. This is what every
other... I go into these nail shops. Well, when I ain't been in one in a long time, but in these nail shops, those women are working for their husbands, right or wrong.
I give you that. Now here's the thing.
That's all I'm saying.
But those are all. But here's the funny thing about that. Black people only see shit in black and white. So black girl Keisha is just as dysfunctional as Karen. Really, they all dysfunctional. Chung Lee them, they on code. Ming Lee, they on code. But nobody pays attention to Chung Lee and Ming Lee. They pay attention to Karen. Karen is just as dysfunctional as Keisha.
China win it over white people. And you talking about America ain't losing. China beating their ass right now. China owns this shit.
Yeah,
we just don't see the Chinese flag raised yet.
Because
so we gotta hope America losing their ass right now.
We gotta hope they nicer to us than white people was.
I don't think white people were bad to us. Here's the thing.
Or at least as nice as white people, because if they decide to be meaner to us than white people,
they are gonna be meaner. They'll tell you right now.
Well, they are kind of.
Wait till they do the social credit.
So then you go back to that ninth area of people activity, which is war. We are not ready.
Okay, that's fine. Now, you know why we're not ready? I've talked to these young boys.
Yeah.
I listen to these young boys who rally and do these protest parades, whatever they call them, rallies. I don't know what they call them. These protest parades, and all these boys is androgynous. It's like the 1970s all over again. Like, yo, check this out, young man. This is what you got to do. Whoa, whoa. No, because the women said, and they damn near girls too. So the war is lost. That's why I just tell them to tribe up and let's move around. The war is lost. The war been lost for about 12 years now. The same way China owned America and they ain't said it yet. These motherfucking toddlers have waged war against the coloreds and won. They are all the way integrated Americans. They just don't want to admit it.
You say the toddlers have waged war against the boys?
Yeah, they won. They won.
That's because your enemy is giving them fuel.
No, that's because my enemy can't give my allies fuel, nigga. It can't happen. So they were never my allies.
Right. I'm talking about the same people. I'm talking about the same people that turned your women into feminists, the same people that convinced your women that abortion was a good option. These are the same people that you're talking about who are fueling your toddlers, so-called toddlers, to turn your boys into whatever you don't.
But here's the thing. Here's what I'm saying.
You're right, or am I wrong?
You're right, but you're incomplete because they did the same thing to Karens. That's why they had Madonna coming out talking about "Papa Don't Preach." I remember that song. Talking about that.
I agree with that.
I'm 15. I'm gonna be pregnant, and you can't say shit. White girls are just as disrespectful toward their patriarch as black girls are. That's why I don't see why black girls always compare themselves to white girls. And now I'm making a white girl. That's why I just keep it on toddlers. All toddlers gonna toddle. You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is it's always a man problem. This man's fault, it's man's fix. And if it's man's fix, and it don't matter what the fuck these toddlers doing. They gonna get down and lay down. Either we gonna fuck or I'm gonna fuck. I don't give a fuck which way it go. But I know that my will shall be done.
I don't agree that it's our fault, but I do agree that it's our fix. It's our responsibility.
No, it's not. I don't think we need to fix it. It's unfixable. You know what I'm saying? Here's the thing: you cannot.
Well, then die then.
It's not. It's not. You're not gonna die. You just rebrand or redo. You just create your own.
You're not rebranding.
No, what I'm saying is rebrand, meaning create your own brand.
You'll get bleached out.
Remove yourself to this brand. Why don't we feel? But see, here's the thing. Just as much as you say we could fix it, as soon as I say we don't fix it, you're like, oh, but then we're gonna fail. Like that's what I'm talking about. No, I'm telling you, black men don't have to fix the shit that's fucked up.
Do you know why? Look, do you know why Do you know why Asian people excel academically? Why do Asian people excel? When you think about,
well, actually, they all don't excel because she just read the numbers that 70% of Asians are failures. So are illiterate.
When you look at Asian kids in this country, and even abroad, they excel academically.
No,
and
they don't. Many of them are uneducated because they work in rice fields, man. They don't all excel. They only a certain amount excel. Those that excel come to this country, and they take the upper echelon, and they realize that to excel in America, they have right. No, you're making it seem like all Asians excel. They don't. She just read the stats. 70% of Asians are illiterate. So only 30%. So you can't tell me Asians as a whole excel academically when 70% is illiterate.
Of the Asians, let me repackage it for you. Of those who are in the school system, right? Because we know some work in the rice field and some aren't allowed to go to school. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the ones that are actually allowed to go to school. So when you think about the average Chinese kid or the average Japanese kid that's going to American schools, they are synonymous with academic excellence, right or wrong?
Pause.
Wrong, not because not all aspects do they.
Wait, stop. That's just like saying I say the same thing about Kenyans and Nigerians. There's a difference between a student visa when America only takes the best of their crop than being just here. So you can say Asians, or I could say the same thing about Nigerians, Kenyans, Senegalese, because the problem with the Mexicans is that the Mexicans was illegal, and it was like, yo, you sending us your killers, your rape.
I'm not disagreeing with any of that. I'm with you on all that, but I'm still making this point. Right?
But if
I'm saying
the best, you're going to perform.
That's fine, right? So they come here and they're excelling academically, not because they're organically smarter, but it's culturally unacceptable for them to fail. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
They're going to work their ass off.
I don't know if it's culture. It's because they came here on a visa and they have to.
Yeah.
So, right.
It's unacceptable because you're gonna dishonor your family if you fail. Right? There's social pressure on you to excel.
Some of them fail.
The numbers of them failing are small.
I don't believe that anybody's better than me, and I believe that they're better coaches. But I think that's a bad analogy. I think it's a bad example.
That's the perfect analogy, actually, because
I think it's a bad example. I think a better.
You just laid it out, bro.
I think a better.
You just said they're not. This you made the point that I was getting ready to make.
Most of them, when come in the country, they don't come in academically.
Hold on. You just said you don't think they're better than anybody else. They have the cultural structure to push for that.
So when we talk about the Amish, we talk about the Amish. You talk about the Africans. You talk about the Asians. All these cultures you're talking about. The Arab culture. You know what they have in common?
What?
They don't listen to girls with clothes on. They don't let these bitches talk.
No, you know what they have.
That is what they have in common.
Yeah, you don't want to admit that, but they have these relationships and everybody's from Allah.
You know what else they have in common that's even stronger than that? They have men who have established a structure that they don't.
No, they have women. They have men that won't allow their toddlers to undermine their structure. That's what they have.
Who don't allow the toddlers to undermine it?
Asians,
the men,
Arabs,
the men.
Yes.
Once you go outside the culture, they kick you out the culture. Once you go outside their culture, you can't be a.
Who kicks you out?
I'm saying we're talking about those the same coaches I just said. They don't let the women have a vote. Are the same coaches that if the women do decide to have a vote outside, they can't come back to the culture. What I'm saying the same thing is the culture.
Who's they?
The culture.
The Asians, the Arabs, the same people you named.
No.
The same coaches you just named.
You said they don't listen to toddlers. They kick you out the culture. Who is they?
Men? The 4 or 5 different cultures that we mentioned, yes.
The men?
Yes.
Okay, so then men build culture.
Right, and men exclude women from the culture. So when I say train your toddler, and man, we need to go ahead, tribe up, and leave the quiches over there. Let Rome burn, and let's build our own.
So what you're saying then, you correct me if I'm wrong, you're saying if black culture is failing, then it's because black men have not built.
No, as we say this, that they allow women to see how you change it. No, he said it exactly. He said those cultures do not let women undermine their leadership. Meaning the Asians, the Arabs, the Africans. Hold on. The men of those 5 cultures that you mentioned.
That's all I'm saying. The men, right?
Because they'll cut their head off and they'll burn their feet.
Men. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm talking about is men.
Right, but here's the thing. The
But
Y'all
tactics.
keep blaming women.
Oh my God.
No,
bro. Like,
I keep saying men too. I'm saying
men too. We
leave
just
these
saying the
pieces
tactics. We
alone.
scared to beat our women.
Yeah, that too.
But
But
you
what I
gotta
say,
beat women for.
You don't think they don't beat their women?
what you don't wait. I told you. Wait. We didn't have to talk before. Why? Although I would take one for the team because I'm just toxic like that. America is not a capital punishment place. We're not a corporal punishment place. We're a capital punishment. You're supposed to time out your women, put her in a closet. You're not supposed to beat her. We're a jail system, not an execution system. This is America. But with that being said,
hey, Black, when was the last time you put your wife in the closet, bro?
Don't say shit.
Hey,
No,
I'm gonna tell you what y'all gonna end up doing. Y'all gonna end up with boyfriends. That's what the fuck you end up doing.
I know he said the trigger word, trapped in the closet.
no, you weren't there for the story. It's a whole tale about the closet.
We gotta leave that story alone.
Yeah.
We're gonna leave the closet. But here's the thing.